Hey friends, guess what? I have a wig review for you. And you know what? I'm in love with this wig. I cannot wait to tell you all about Wille DELIGHT in the color Ginger Blonde Rooted. This is going to be one of those videos where I fall all over myself because I love the wig on my head so much. So if you want a completely subjective review of a piece that I cannot give a high enough recommendation for, then stick around because we're going to talk about this beautiful girl on my head. But oh my word, look at this cute style. I have to thank Name Brand Wigs for sending me Delight so that I could show all of you. I'm so grateful when I have an opportunity to try different Name Brand Wigs is a wonderful online retailer. They carry all the major name brands, synthetic and human hair. They are very, very supportive of wig wearing by sending out tons of wigs for review. And they have a great customer service team that is well trained, and the focus is on you, the customer. So if you're looking for a retailer to purchase really beautiful wigs from, please consider Name Brand Wigs. I do have a link in the description to this piece and a coupon code that will save you 30% off of a purchase. Really worth checking them out. I've been a customer since the very beginning. It was the second place I purchased a wig from in 2018. So I may review a lot for them right now, but I've been a customer for way longer than I've been reviewing. All right, you guys, let's take a look at Delight from all sides. We have got a gorgeous kind of layered bob length style with big waves and curls. It's not really curly, but it's got big kind of curl slash waves. And not only is it so cute and actually I think very realistic looking, it has the most realistic density. And that is why I am giving this wig my highest recommendation as a great first wig for a new wig wearer. I don't think there are many wigs out there that are really great for the new wig wearer. They all have somewhat of, different challenges, but between the density of this one, the manageable length, the wave pattern, and I do find wavy wigs to be easier to wear than straight wigs when you're a new wig wearer because they're more forgiving. If the fibers start to get a little dry, which will happen very quickly after you get a wig because the silicone coating that the manufacturer puts on it that keeps it nice and soft starts to wear off. And it's so easy to style, and I just think having a wavy piece looks super, super realistic. This piece really doesn't have much in the way of Permatease. I don't really feel any poofy, pillowy Permatease. There is a little bit of Permatease up here, right here next to the monofilament part, and that's going to give it just the tiniest bit of lift because when you have a wavy wig like this, unless the curls start at the very, very top, which they don't on this one, if you don't have any Permatease here, what happens is it lays so flat and then it looks a little odd with the waves. And it may not look that way out of the box, but the heat of your head and gravity will slowly make that fall all throughout the day. So having the littlest bit of Permatease, nothing pillowy, is going to help give that a little bit more roundness and volume. I know some of you avoid Permatease at all costs, but I do think that there is a very valuable place for it in wig wearing, and on a piece like this, I think they did perfect. There is also just the littlest bit of crimpy fibers right back here. Again, for those waves and to give them just a little bit of lift so that they do this as opposed to kind of looking like a little bit like a drowned rat. This wig has a lace front, and Wille makes fabulous lace fronts. They do such a good job with them, and on a piece like this with all of those blonde highlights in the front, it looks really realistic. Let's do that again. So you can see that lace right there, and then when I drop it down, it just melts into my head. If you're new to wig wearing, having a lace front on a wig is going to increase the price because this is all hand tied. But I really think that a lace front is almost critical for the new wig wearer to really feel like nobody's going to know you're wearing a wig unless you wear full bangs. it's going to really help you. If the wind blows and it comes off your face a little bit, nobody's going to be able to tell. If you struggle with there being just too much hair, because if you've been losing your hair for a period of time, any wig, the lowest density, flattest wig is going to feel like too much hair, then you can pull the hair up off the face, just put a little clip in, kind of clip it back, and that will help a lot, and it's going to look super natural. This piece also has a mono part right here, so it's basically a left going over to the right mono part. That means when you part it, it looks like it's growing out of your scalp because that looks like scalp. So that's that part line right there, and you'll see that referred to as a mono part or a monofilament part. That's the lace, and it goes all the way to the ear tab. These are ear tabs with a soft material over them, and then there's a little piece of metal in here that's called a stay, and when you bend that in just slightly, it gives you a really snug fit on your head. We've got open wefting all throughout for airflow and to help with lightness, and then we've got an extended nape with Velcro adjusters, so you can adjust this in slightly or out. I think this cap is really running close to average, definitely up to maybe even average large on the circumference, but over the top is still running a little average. They have great stretch as well. I just have always found Ellen Villa caps to be incredibly comfortable, super comfortable, and I really, really love wearing Ellen Villa wigs and have my whole wig wearing career. One thing that I like to do with curly and wavy pieces periodically is I will take them and I will do this. I'll hang it upside down, I'll kind of shake it out to get those fibers separated, then I'll spray it all over with a water bottle, just water, and then I'll do the scrunching, and then I will hang it with a laundry hook by the tag, like over my shower curtain. You can also soak it in water, but the cap takes a while to dry, and that's really not necessary to refresh the curl. And then once it's dry and you pull it back up, you've got it all refreshed, and then you can finger style it if it's a little crispy, because sometimes when you spray it with water and it dries, the fibers have a little, like, it's almost like the cast that you get on curly hair. Scrunching that will scrunch it right out, and it'll be perfect. I just want people to be successful in their wig wearing. It's why I do all these videos and why I teach so much in these reviews, because I just think about what I didn't know in the beginning, and I want you to know it and not have to go through it. Let's talk about color. Ginger blonde rooted. What I love about Ellen Villa is they include the codes, the color codes with their wigs. And why that's important is because it can be really difficult to understand color, and what you're seeing online is not often good enough for you to really get a sense of the color, especially the little color swatches on the retail pages. And so the color codes will tell you what base colors they used. The wild card is how much they blended and how much of one color over the other. I do have a blog post on my website where I talk about this, and I have a color index, a chart that breaks down all of the codes for you. I'll make sure that is linked in the description so that you can go and educate yourself on color. It's probably the hardest part of wig wearing, the color part of it. So let's talk about this. So 26, 19, 31. We have a couple of like reddish auburn colors in here. Let me take this off, and that way I can talk about the colors and maybe point them out as well. So what we've got here, it's really a ginger blonde is a great descriptor for this one. So we've got a 26, which is a medium golden blonde. And then we've got a 19, which is a light strawberry blonde. And you can see those blonde highlights in here. And then a 31, which is a light auburn. And then it's all on a medium brown root. I would say this root looks like it maybe, it's hard to say, maybe an 8, potentially a 6. It's not super dark, and it's not a long root. It's really natural looking, especially if you are a natural brunette and you like to wear lighter colors. This is gonna feel really comfortable. And for me, my bio hair sticks out a little. That's gonna blend really, really well. And it's not an overly red or warm root, which I really like. And look at those light blonde pieces. Oh my goodness. Some of these are almost platinum looking, and that's really not in here. So this is a very warm color. It's a very dynamic color. You're not gonna wear this color and fly under the radar. You will definitely run the risk of someone complimenting your hair and asking you where you get it colored. That is something to think about as a wig wearer. If you're really uncomfortable with anybody noticing your hair, sometimes wearing some of these fun colors can inadvertently bring that on. But let's get outside so that you can see this color outside. I will also tack on that unboxing so you can see my genuine reaction when I saw it out of the box. I appreciate you guys so much. Please check out name brand wigs. Show them a little love for the support that they give this community and me so that I can support you. And I'll see you in my next video. All right, friends, here we go. Now remember, color does change in different lighting. So while you're seeing it change in this video, don't ask which is correct. Know that it will look different in different lighting. So think about where you'll be most of the time in choosing your color if you're really concerned. But even our bio hair does that. Let's get some direct sunlight. But we don't see it because we're not looking with such a critical eye at our bio hair. But your bio hair will look different in the bathroom versus in the living room versus outside. It does change even our bio hair. I think the most critical thing to know is that this is warm. But instead of being like a yellow blonde, let's get back into the shade a little bit. Instead of being like a yellow blonde, it's more like a reddish and a ginger. You can see, especially out here, some of those auburn highlights in there. And actually, these are quite ashy, which feels so comfortable for me because of my graying hair. So I think it'll work for a lot of people. Look at that root. Okay, hope this helped. All right, here is the unboxing. I really wanted you to see this unboxing so that you could see how genuine my reaction to this piece is. It's hard when I put a wig on and I immediately fall in love with it. I'm not going to hide that. That doesn't mean if I don't act like this, I don't like a wig. But there's a difference between liking a wig and being head over heels for one. And this one fits into the head over heels camp for sure. You can see she looked beautiful out of the box, just perfect. This one will be easy to know if it's going to work for you or not. When there isn't a heck of a lot of box hair to deal with, it's easy to tell. So definitely loving this one.